Oh, good morning, fam. Morning, fam. And I am going to keep calling us fam because we are children of the one. Today is Thursday. Thursday, June 30. And I, oh, I just want to have a little chat with us to share a few thoughts. Just things that have been just simmering in my mind, and it feels like it's come together because dad does that for me. Like, we just have these really gentle conversations, and slowly, because I'm a slow processor, and things come together. And so I just wanted to share what was on my heart. And when I say dad, I mean the entity, the being that people call God. For me, he's dad. He is. I don't have this bully, punishing, fearful relationship with him at all. And I say him because to me, that is what he is. He literally is dad. And to you, there may be a different presence because he is what we all need. Just like I don't remember where, in the Bible, Paul says, and I use the Bible because I was raised in Christian tradition, and so that is the religion with which I am most familiar. Paul says, one of the writers in the Bible, that he, Paul, has become all things to all people so that he could interact with and bring a message of hope to many. And I have found that to be so true in my life. Like, I don't find that being rigid is helpful. I can be fluid and open and welcoming to all things. And I filter all things. And so I don't receive all things, nor do I internalize all things. But I can be present in whatever way I need to be present, in whatever space I am, because that makes the most sense. It is relatable, and it is how we connect, right? And that flows from love. It flows from love. It's just who I am. It's who dad is. And I just, like, when I look at Jesus, who was the incarnation of dad, I only see love and relatability and compassion and respect and honor for all people. And so that is what I aspire to be. That is what I'm learning to be. And I love it. And so, fam, I just want to share the thoughts that have been percolating in my mind, that have been simmering there. It is Canada Day tomorrow in Canada. Naturally, it's Canada Day, July 1. Last year, around May, mid-May-ish, there was this deep mourning in Canada as 215 graves of children, Indigenous children, were discovered in Kamloops. The truth was uncovered. The truth that has been spoken for so many generations and ignored was uncovered. A truth that people refused to see was uncovered, though people had been speaking it for so long. And my heart was so heavy. But last year, I remember that in this community in which I live, in Aldergrove, I felt such honoring of the truth and the present. And I think I spoke about it then. And this year, to reflect a little bit on last year, I felt such honoring of the truth of the past and the honoring of the truth of the present. Because in this community, there was a Canada Day parade. And there was also a very, very beautiful ceremony that was spearheaded by the leaders of our little town. I remember Bob Long saying this, the speakers, the indigenous speakers, talking about how seen they felt when Bob Long and the other town leaders who went to sit with them and mourn, and how they thought really hard about accepting the invitation to be a part of this information and storytelling, truth-telling process that was visibly started in our town last year, in the township, in the little town plaza, which like, it's so beautiful that that space that was such a contentious space as well, like the business that was there was broken down and there was such contention around it, and it felt like an honoring of the spirit of the community to see that space that had been such a contentious space used as a unifying place, as a place where we were willing to hear truth and to gather for that purpose and to be with our brothers and sisters who were mourning this long held truth that no one had been really listening to hear them speak of the struggle that it had been to be themselves in this space where they had been so deeply oppressed and harmed, and to see them share their mourning and to share their joy, to see the children dancing and to see everybody coming together. It was incredible. And we are here a year later, and I have been just wondering, like, how do we move forward? Like, what do we do? Like, are we going to, like, honor and remember that there is still this pain? Or are we going to move forward as if, well, we've acknowledged you, so now, like, you handle that, and we're just going to celebrate Canada Day? I'll wait to see what happens in the spaces around us. But what happens in the spaces around us is not really what matters most. What happens within us individually is what is most important. And here, see, there are ways that we can, beyond wearing this, which signifies that we honor and remember missing and murdered Indigenous women. And for me, it's, yeah, I remember all the pain. And as I have sat with it all and just been reflecting on it with Dad, my younger daughter came to me a few nights ago, and she said, Mom, I've really been thinking about what's happening. We haven't had a discussion on it. It's just been kind of in my heart. I really was wondering what was going to be happening on Canada Day. Are we going to, like, in any way recognize the pain that exists? Like, last year, we were talking about these children's graves who were found, and there have been so many more found, Mom, and nobody's talking about it. And Canada Day is coming up, and it looks like it's just going to be a celebration as usual. And, like, what do you think, Mom? First of all, I'm gonna tell you that I was so absolutely delighted that I have had a hand in raising and being with this child and helping her to feel seen and known, and to know that she can hear and feel and see the things that are unseen, the things that are not visible to the naked eye, like the internal matters of the heart that matter. And not that I made her that way, but that I have been able to do my internal work, like my healing, so that I could be with her, be with my children, so that they can feel seen and known and be and therefore have the space and the light within them to be able to hear dad. And my daughter, my younger daughter, of whom I'm speaking currently, is 16 years old. And when she was 5 years old, and we were living in Alder Grove on 25A Avenue. And as we were driving along from school, we were heading home from school one day, and our family was formed through adoption in the most incredibly wonderful way. And I have been the only parent present in our home. Like, there is the extended birth family, so they have that family, and I have extended family, but there's nobody really present, continually present, other than me. I am the only one continually present. And no, other than, let's not worry about the grammar right now. We'll process that in a minute. I'm not going to be distracted. And so I have always, and this also plays into the thing that I have said every year. I refuse to accept Father's Day greetings because I'm not my children's father. And I have always made that very clear. I am mom. And I have a dad, and you have a dad. We are just all people here equal. And we have one dad. And I actually never put it that way. I just had said to them, God's your dad. God is your dad. That's who your father is. Because he is the one who parents with me. Like, he has 100% been the one who has constantly been with me when there has been no other presence. In the times when, I'm not saying that there is no other presence, but in the times when there has been no other presence, God has been 100% consistently there. And like, we have walked through so many storms together. And as my friend Rena says, like, if I only looked like the things that I have been through, I would be haggard and ragged. But I am not. I am stylish and happening and amazing and happy and compassionate and full of joy and very here and strong, because I have been able to walk on water with dad when it looks not possible. Anyway, so my 5-year-old at that time, she's just sitting in the back seat, and we're driving up the street towards the house, and she just looks at me and she says, Mom, so if God is our father, then that means that the whole world is our family. The whole world is family then, if God is our father. And I said, I was just like, wow. So I claim none of the amazingness that comes out of their mouths. And we have these like solid truths come out of my children's mouths so much that it's been incredible. Like, I could tell you stories, but I will not. Like, so many realizations and so many just like fallacies, traditional fallacies have been set aside, just have been like dispelled just in our conversation, because in our family, we listen to dad, we talk with him, we trust him. And so she came to me and I said to her, I've been thinking about the same thing too. And it has been troubling my older daughter as well. And yesterday morning, when I got up, there was the thought sitting there for me. And it was, this is what I have been teaching you. This is what I have been teaching you. This is the reason that I gave you caste. This is the reason that you connected so deeply to that little Caucasian child who was standing, you saw years ago, because years ago I saw a picture of a little Caucasian child. She's about 7 years old, well dressed, big smile, standing beside the body of a charred, lynched, burnt to a crisp, lynched Afrocentric man hanging from a tree. This was her reality. That was her world. And when I saw that child, like I said to you guys before, children have this deep impact on me because the things that they experience on such a pure and innocent level that seeing through their eyes, it completely changes my world. And seeing them completely changes the way I see other people. And so I saw that child, and in her, I saw every Caucasian Eurocentric person whom I have ever experienced, and the anger and the hurt that I carried in me at the horrific things that had been done to Afrocentric and bodies, and the bodies and lives, the decimation that had been done in the name of power and control. I felt it not completely disappear, but it began to recede. And because Dad knows that I always want to understand more of what makes us who we are, he brought caste and so many other things to me. All the study of psychology, everything about trauma, everything about epigenetics and the generational nature of the way we are, the things we carry in us, the mind-body connection, all the things have come together for this one thing, the growth of love. And I felt a shift in me when I read Caste by Isabel Wilkerson, because it went into a deeper explaining of what happens what created the dominant subordinate mindset. And so why still today we experience that dominant and subordinate influence, as long as we have not consciously, intentionally unseated that the impact of so many generations of dominance, of cruel dominance, which the impact may have lessened somewhat, but it very much still exists, and the anger and hurt of being oppressed and made to appear to be subordinate. So yesterday morning, and I have been saying for so long, why aren't you guys changing the way you are? Why are you not seeing that you are continuing to live in this way unconsciously that has an impact on the quality of relationships, on the way we can love each other purely? And yesterday morning, Dad knew that I was ready to hear this. It's where I was, because I just have had this shift of self-love and just freedom in me. And so I was ready to hear it. And he said, Toni Morrison was right when she said that it's time for Afrocentric people to stop speaking to Eurocentric people about racism. They need to deal with it themselves. This is their job. Our job is to deal with us. And so, my Indigenous family, my BIPOC family, as this day approaches and we feel the stirring of the mourning within us, of the pain of oppression, I know that they're like we sometimes call Eurocentric people colonizers, and we still have that feeling attached to us, even if we don't say it out loud. There is the pain exists, it's still there. But I'm telling you, because I can speak personally, understanding why has helped me to love better. It's helped me to like feel the very real feelings, the very real pain of that still present dominance. And it helps me to just be myself. Because that dominance is asserted does not mean that the dominance is real. And so what I am calling us to, my BIPOC family, the BIPOC members of my family, is to honor and pray for the side of our family who has for so many years, the members of our family who have for so many years been affected by this virus of dominance, and to pray for ourselves and to work to heal ourselves so that we can love and stand and be. This is not our business. It is not our business any longer to attempt to work on unseating the impact of dominance, the virus of dominance in the members of our family who are affected by that. It is now our business to simply work on dealing with the pain and the wounds that were caused as a result, and to bring the healing to a completion within us so that we can fully love and we can be fully free to be the wonderfully creative beings, to bring to the world everything that is in us to bring, everything that is in us to be, to bring our success out of us. That is our thing. That is our purpose. That is our dharma, whatever you call it. That is our passion. That is our destiny. That is our reason for being. Our reason for being is to be us. Let us focus as this very sad time is coming forward on healing. And so tomorrow, I have decided how I am going to celebrate and honor all parts of my family. Tomorrow, I am going to be wearing orange and red. I'm going to wear my orange shirt. I'm going to wear a red head wrap and black bottoms, and or whatever color my bottoms are going to be. The bottoms don't matter. I'm going to be wearing my orange shirt. I'm going to be wearing this pin. I'm going to be wearing my red head wrap. And I am going to be honoring all of us and praying for healing for all of us, and praying that we will individually take responsibility for doing the work that is needed to bring us to unity, which is the work of healing. When we are fully healed, it is only when we are individually fully healed. As we individually heal, as our healing progresses, we will be able to draw closer together. We will be able to be unified in love. And that is where humanity's greatest joy will be. So for my BIPOC, the BIPOC members of my family, I want you to feel your pain, acknowledge it, and honor who you are, because you are absolutely perfect. You're not subordinate. Being labeled so does not make you so. A lie spoken does not make truth real. A lie spoken does not make it truth. Truth is truth because it is truth. So be the truth of who you are. Pure, innocent, wonderful. And for the members of our family who have like absorb the lie of dominance and who still carry residues of it in their being. A lie spoken does not make it truth. Truth is truth. And so I am praying for them to be the truth of whom they are also. Wonderful, beautiful, just the same as we are. Because we are all that, all of us, innocent, wonderful, pure reflections of the divine, made in his image, made to shine, made to create something beautiful together. So as Canada Day approaches, and American independence as well, I call us to unity, I call us to individual healing, and I call us to love. Have a wonderful day, and may love rise in you.